Hello everybody and welcome back to the workbench for this week's review of our live stream to have a look at the work we did. So the most obvious thing, there appears to be some wheels across the bottom of this loco. Trial fitted at this point. There is some fettling to do, but obviously that does mean we spent a while working on the chassis. So the bogie, we can see here we fitted some bogie brakes, or at least begun to fit some bogie brakes. They need a lot of fettling into position still and sorting out, and they need attaching underneath to hold them in place, so there's still work to do there. The wheels will come back off for that to be done though, as we now know the bogies, the brakes are sitting there not touching the wheels, and it rolls nice and freely. We also got the brake rigging fitted in behind the wheels, the brake rigging that defeated us so much last week. It's now there, it's done. It is on, the brakes are also on. Again, there is some fettling to do. You can see here the wheel is catching on this sandbox, so that needs to move, and it's catching on the brake, so that needs sorting out. This one is okay. On the other hand, the other side, the wheel doesn't even fit in because of how far it's catching on the sandbox, and the brake block is actually overlapping the wheel, so there is a lot to do there. So we shall spend some time next week looking at that, fettling the chassis to get everything to sit nicely. But this is the first time these wheels have been in, and they actually almost refuse to turn because it is such a tight fit. So they will need the holes they are in widening out, as did the bogie wheels on the front. So that is part of what we did, but we also refurbished an old Triang motor for us to use in the locomotive, because these can, with the right care and attention, be extremely good runners. This one was in very poor shape. It is much better now. Could probably still use a bit more cleaning and attention, to be honest, but I'm not going to spend 3 hours of a live stream sat cleaning this. I can, however, do a separate video showing what we did to service that, if people would like that. We've got the original gear for this motor as well, ready to go in the locomotive. It has been fitted with a bearing to bring the hole in the middle down to the right size to go over the axle. May have gone a little bit overboard on the solder, so I spread it out all over to try and balance the weight a bit better. It runs absolutely fine. Obviously the teeth connect quite nicely, and with this motor sat inside here, which it may actually not do with the wheels in place, there we go, it does. So the motor sat inside there. Forgot the lid's not attached to the cab. Then it does indeed, the chassis does indeed sit under the loco quite nicely still. Which is something I checked before we started work on this. That's actually higher than it's going to sit when it's done as well, so it really does fit nicely. So that is what we got on with last week. So next week, some fettling of the chassis, and if I can get paints in time, some painting, because we are, in fact, you know, I don't have the umber paint for this, so I'm going to have to look at getting that, because we want to get that done before we fit the smaller details, such as the handrails, get the umber on there so that we can get the lining and stuff underneath the handrails before we do it. But yes, we are certainly getting close to having another finished project. So thank you for watching, everyone, and I shall hope to see you on Sunday. Bye for now.